And we are live. Welcome to the service. Come on into the service. Come on in to the service. Where's my... Oh, here we go. Got a little silly little service for y'all tonight. Cher Core is here. Cher, can you hear me okay? Can everyone hear me okay? Can you hear me? Give me a little thumbs up or something. But Cher Core is here for the community, and that's good. And God is great. Hold on a second. Let me get the... We got to show people the graphics. We got to show people they got to get the graphics. Big money on the graphics, people. Big money on the graphics. But what I didn't pay for is these songs. These tracks are amazing. And these are in the YouTube library. And you're listening to Summer in the Neighborhood by Bad Snacks from the YouTube Creator Library right here live on the drip, rip and dip. Live on YouTube. I'm here. We got a lot of banger topics tonight, a lot of stuff to get into, a lot of vibrations to raise. So I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to do 1 hour max here. I think we're going to do a 1 hour maxer because the topics are tight. They rip. God is great. So just settle in, get funky with the music. First, we got to talk about that big titty, if I may say, the Oakville teacher with the tig old bitties. If I may say so myself, they were quite large. And I, for one, I'm on her side. And you're not going to believe the reason why. The reason why is going to change your life and change your goddamn mind about everything. So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about some Megyn Kelly, Jordan Peterson incel drama. There's a little bit of incel drama in the community this week. And then we're going to talk about the Vice documentary where she talks to these guys who are... Joe Rogan posted the clip from it, and they were like, it's like this sympathetic documentary towards people who are convicted of sex crimes. And then at the end, there's this hilarious clip where she's like, she's like, after the documentary was completed, he sent my producer a dick pic. And that was like the end of the documentary. That was... The whole documentary is a mess, actually. From beginning to end. It's a terrible documentary. And I'm in the compassion game. Okay? You know me. I'm teaching loving kindness over here. So I want to believe in loving kindness. I want to believe in compassion. But this is out of control. What these guys are doing, it's too much. Is this too much light? Why am I having so much light on me today? I usually don't have enough light. It's a little over-brighted, maybe. Okay, hold on. Let me move these lights back. It's like too much lighting. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice fluffy amount of light. You want to keep the light silly and fun. And that's not even light. That's just the natural aura of the digital ashram. But can y'all hear me okay? Oh, Tigo video. Oh, that's good. CV Applejack is here. Thanks for coming in. We got a lot of people already here in the community. Spice Boy? Consecration prayer? $1.99. Why does Spice Boy have my logo? You know how fucking creepy that is, dude? This is not an official drip shit sanctioned use of this logo. This guy just put my logo on and he donated money. What a psycho, dude. Are you outside my fucking window, you maniac? Thanks for the $1.99, though. I'll take it. I'll take the $1.99. But who the fuck are Spice Boy? Who's Spice Boy, people? Guys, make sure you keep making donations here because clearly, like, there's some psycho after us here. Unless I know you. Imagine Spice Boy's like, hey, man, I'm your friend and I donated $2. What the hell's going on? Maybe he just really loves me, and maybe that's my negativity. We got a fan club page. We got a fan club new YouTube page called Spice Boy, obviously, and I'm going negative on it. But that is interesting. That is not a sanctioned use of the logo. But then we are in the internet YouTube age, so who the fuck knows? Russell Strand says Amish cult is still alive and strong. Yeah, looks like it, eh? When they just take the logo and start being bad, they're like, I love you, Bhagwan. Let's hope that's what it is. Yeah, that would be hilarious if coffee sneaking on you. That's so funny. Applejack 59, four biceps and a black. Is that a black bicep? Peace and love. Whoa, dude! Spice Boy, who are you? Have you been to the digital ashram, Spice Boy? Tell me that, dude. Spice Boy is our Riddler, of course. He's our Riddler. He just comes and says, peace and love. God is great. Who are you? Who are you? God is great. Is that what the hell this is? Holy shit, dude. What a manipulative psycho. Holy shit, dude. Is he here on the grounds? Is he on the grounds of the digital ashram? Wow. Imagine he's just some like a Jordan Peterson super fan here, be like, I'm here to teach you a lesson, Pally. Oh, that's the third thing we got to talk about. There's a little more on that Peterson story, but let's get started with these Oakville, because this is a local homegrown story for me. So this is very it's very silly to me. It's very silly that they did this. But I'm saying they with all due respect, and I'm saying they from a sense of like, look, we're here to do cultures for the community, right? Let's open with Big Titty Oakville. But before we get to Big Titty Oakville, let's do a couple of things. Let's put up the little banner. We do have the ticker, people. Like, listen, CNN's out of business. MSNBC's out of business. This digital ashram, you are on the ground floor of something very exciting. The more these people go out of business, the more I'm like, God is great. We are rising. Not to be a hater, though. I don't need them to go out of business for me to feel good. But it's just like, the numbers are growing. The ashram is strong. We're raising the vibration. The meditations have been banger. The feedback I'm getting on the meditations, like people just really love it. And then we have more patrons and stuff. There should be links to all that below, though. Right now, get silly, chill out. We have powerful lessons to learn right now about this big titty teacher in Oakville. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. And let me say hi to a couple more people. Russell Stratton, waiting for Adult Swim to kick on. Right. Not if you want to sleep, LOL. That would keep me up all night. Okay. Mystery Spice, Fry Media, what's up? Share Core. I like that you guys are just having a little conversation there on your own. That's fine too. This is a congregation, mix and mingle, talk to each other. This is a community, right? So that's good. I like that you guys are talking. CB Applejack, always here for the community. Spice Boy coming in with $4. I don't even know what a consecration prayer is. So you taught me something, Spice Boy. Thanks, Spice Boy. John Dove is here. Thank you. Bao Hun. Thank you. Fry Media, a regular. Thank you all. And let's get started. There's a lot to learn here today, people. There's a lot that we need to learn here. So let's just get started and get going with today's topics, shall we? There's a lot to learn. Share screen. Yes, that's it. Yes, Big Titty Oakville. Her titties are most big.
This is a video captured by a student.
Hold on. Oh, great.
At Oakville Trafalgar High School.
Oh my God. It's just more silly. It's almost like those comedy movies where it's like physical comedy movie where a guy dresses up as a girl and then the boobs are too big. And then of course you put him in the shop class because one of these saws can just take the titty and then it's like a more silly scene. So that's my first theory jumping into this, is that I do feel like this teacher is like doing a comedy routine, maybe. That's how large and that's my initial thought of it. And that's how large these titties are. I mean, they're fucking huge, man. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Instructing the class on how to use a saw. The teacher has been documented on several occasions.
That's too much. But the thing is, that's not too much. And here's why I'm on her side. God damn it. And here's why everyone in the congregation should be on her side. Because one thing, say what you want about this lady, okay? Yeah, that's right, lady. Say what you want about this lady. They don't give a fuck. I'll tell you that. Right? And not only do they not give a fuck, they believe in abundance. They believe that we are meant to be abundant in this life. And it's clear on the costume choice that they've made. They're breaking the shackles of the traditional patriarchal bra system. Not B's and C's and double D's. No, open it up. Break free from the shackles. Free the nipple. These nipples are free. I don't think there's a bra on that. I think it's just the thing, right? And that's another statement. That's always been a powerful statement in the women's rights movement. Free the nipple. And these are two free nipples. And we should all be living with this kind of ambition in our lives too, right? Say God is great. Say God is great. Just do it. Where's my There's my dinger. May we all have this abundance mentality in life. Yeah. Thank you.
What people describe as very large prosthetic breasts with protruding nipples that are clearly seen through form-fitting clothes. The teacher's appearance has been the subject of reports from the New York Post and network news in the States. Students tell CHCH that this is a constant topic in class.
The entire school. Like, every single class that I'm in, the teacher is, like, the topic. Like, like...
And obviously the teachers have no say over it.
It's just... I'll be walking in the hallways and I'll see her walking around. It's kind of discomforting to be in a school environment with that.
The health statistics.
Wow. Even the youngsters are not, these are conservative youngsters, not supporting the trans community. Not supporting. Well, listen, they're young, they will learn. They're young, they will learn that they have to support this. And we should all support just the feeling of abundance that she has. We should all be aiming this high in life. You know, I saw, this reminds me actually of a great story I heard from Neville Ravikant, this Indian entrepreneur guy, Neville Ravikant. Listen, we'll get back to this, but this is, I think, a beautiful teaching moment that this has led me to. Neville Ravikant, he has this great clip on Instagram my friend sent to me. And in the clip, he's basically saying that, like, Elon Musk and a guy in Brooklyn who owns 4 pizza places, they work the same amount of hours per week. They're both working 100 hours a week, but one is Elon Musk and he's worth millions, and that's fine, and God is great. And one, you know, probably making $500,000 a year, probably doing very well for himself, very proud, very strong member of his community, but he owns 4 pizza places in Brooklyn. You don't know him. And it's a grind, to be honest, and whatever. And so he's basically saying, like, you choose your level of abundance. You come in, you can pick whatever you want to do, and that could be highest level of abundance, and then that's the game you just choose to play in that one, or you choose to play in this one. Not one's better than the other. You know, he wasn't saying that, but you choose to play whichever one you want to play. And this teacher in Oakville came to play. Big titty, big. I don't know. Okay. That's enough of that rant. I had a little inspirational speech channeled in there, but let's continue it.
They're not taking any action against the teacher, saying they want to create a safe learning environment and, quote, ensure a safe and inclusive environment for all students, staff, and the community, regardless of their race.
Oh, wow. So the students are saying, it's kind of weird. Like, what the fuck is she doing? But the teachers are saying, no. You are not progressive enough, and you have to support them, or we're probably going to get sued. They're probably worried about getting sued or some shit. You think?
Age, ability, sex, gender identity, gender expression, sexual orientation, ethnicity, religion, cultural observance, social economic circumstances, or body type or size. Adding that, quote, gender identity and gender expression are protected grounds under the Ontario Human Rights Code. A statement that students say.
It's just the whole outfit is the whole, you know, like this teacher is, it does seem like, you know, and we're not supposed to assume the worst, because I know what people are thinking. People are thinking that she's caricaturing women, and caricaturing especially big-breasted women, and maybe overweight women. And so we do have to consider them too, right? Let's consider all angles on this. What if this is almost like a spoofing, you could say, black-facing, but on women, of a very large-breasted person? Is this not something that we should consider? So that is an interesting point that did just come in here. And so I wanted to bring it up. But that being said, I do like the abundance mindset. Let's
contradicts the school's own dress code that they have to follow.
It's ridiculous.
Why?
I think
wow, conservative young ladies.
It's a dress code completely, and it's completely inappropriate.
The thing is, in the dress code for HCSB, like, it says you need to wear opaque clothing. There are pictures even of the teacher where you can completely see her nipples, even the color of, like, you can see the color, you can see the shape. It's ridiculous. And it's very distracting for students.
It's not like a good thing for like 13-year-old, 14-year-old kids.
Wow, these kids are so these kids, you could say they're like Man, I just feel like in my day, the culture has progressed. I'll say that again too. Let me full size myself to pontificate again for a moment before we continue. I will say the society must have progressed, because in my age, my day, I think a bunch of guys would be like, I just like to just titties. I just like to see titties. I like them, and I'm obsessed with them, and I stare at them, and I do like to see titties. So I'm glad there's 2 more titties. You know what I mean? There have been a bunch of guys like that. They're like, I'm just glad there's 2 more titties to look at in the school, and I'm happy with that. And I don't know, is that wrong? I don't know if it's wrong for them to say that, but I feel like a lot of guys. And I'm not commenting on whether it's right or wrong for them to say that. I'm just saying that I feel like in my time, this is how much the culture's progressed, how progressive we have become. That these guys are saying, put those titties away. In my time, I think we would have just said 2 more titties. Let's take it. Bring it in. Very responsible.
Teachers should have to wear a business casual outfit.
Wow.
Be presentable and professional in the workplace.
Just coming into work is so silly. It's like The Office. It's so silly. What is she doing? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot, right? It's, but is she wrong or are we wrong for not believing in that level of abundance? Oh, sorry, I'm not even showing you the end. Sorry, you got to see the ending. It's so good. Like, just her coming into class.
This is
to look at and stuff. So
These
think
2
teachers
boys,
should
very responsible. I
have
like
to wear a
that.
business casual outfit.
I like that.
Be presentable and professional.
Good
in the
boys.
workplace.
Very good boys. Very respectable. Very responsible. But I just like this coming into work like this. Oh, man. It's interesting. Louis C.K. I heard Louis C.K. on Tim Dillon show today, and he had like this interesting take where he was like, it doesn't matter. It's not the culture's broken, the society's broken. It doesn't matter. You got to let someone go through a personal issue every now and then. And this person's clearly having some weird personal issue, and it's making them feel weird, and that's fine, and that's great. Let me put a track on to just calm it down after all that mess. It's 11:26. You're listening to the drip, 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 rip and dip right here live on YouTube, and this track is called Longest Run by Noir A Blanc V. Live on YouTube. Drip. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Report on Kanye. Mr. Chess says, okay, but report on Kanye. I mean, I feel like that's enough of her, but at the same time, I do feel like there is another clip. Protest Oakville, Chicago High School. Okay, there's a protest. I don't think the protest is about her. School board defends. Oh, let's see what Sky News Australia. Let's do Sky News Australia. Sky News Australia always has a nice conservative take, and I like that. And I think it's silly. I think they're silly for being so goddamn conservative, but let's see it. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Let's keep me big. What the hell why am I making myself
let's see.
small?
We've got plenty. We've got this story which we did.
After this woman in Oakville, going forward, a change, official policy, drip podcast, official policy, change in policy. From now on, I'm gonna make the clips smaller than me. This is my show, goddammit. Celebrate me like Spice Boy over here. Good boy, Spice Boy. Being a real psycho right there with just taking the logo and using it, eh? Who the fuck are you, dude? Who are you? It's fine. What's noise? Is the sound okay? Jay Gabru, thanks for coming. Jay Gabru, what's up? Mr. Chass, very mysterious name. Almost as mysterious as Spice Boy. This is 2 psychos. We got 2 psychos in the goddamn comments. But fucking Mr. Chess and Spice Boy are surrounding my house right now. Just cool it! They're on the ashram grounds. I know it. Just like the juice. Oh, Applejack. Actually, I saw that story this week. They fired Katie Halper. Come on, man. Yeah, we should cover that. It's ridiculous. In Israel, they call it an apartheid all the fucking time. And in America, if you call it apartheid, they just go crazy. I can't believe they fired that woman. So nutso, dude. Yeah, that's where you got to worry about mainstream media. That, like, why you are support it. It is an apartheid. And Katie Halper in her video, if you saw her video on the other channel, she just lays out all the evidence. She's like, look, this is the organizations inside of Israel that say it's an apartheid. These are the international organizations that say it's an apartheid. Basically, everyone says it's an apartheid. I know you guys are living in a fantasy world where you don't want to call it one. It's fine, but it is. And okay, fine. Forget I said all that. I don't know if it is. Who knows if it is? You should be able to say it is. Just say it is. Just saying it should be okay. Not fired and canceled just for saying it. It's crazy. Anyway, I think Katie Halper is going to come apart out of this because this is too stupid. And Breaking Points did a new. You know what? This is one of those blessings in disguise. Katie Halper is going to seize this moment and rise, just like that big titty teacher in Oakville. Just the same way that she rose, I think Katie Halper now will rise. But just like that pizza maker versus Elon Musk, and this pizza maker is such a bad example, but like in the same way, you have these Katie Halper, her, and then this local Oakville person, her big titty moment is just putting on a big pair of titties, literally, to be an inspiration for the rest of us. But what Katie Halper did is truly, I think it's going to make her look so good. It's going to make her look like a genius, brilliant, and also bring light upon this issue, which I think is important, and it's so bad for Israel to do what they're doing. It's so most people in Israel don't agree with it. That's the fucked up thing. Like most people in Israel don't agree with it. Or it's at least like 50-50. It's like 50-50. They just have a left-wing party, right-wing party. Here we all have to be on the right-wing party of their country. But in their country, they have left-wing, right-wing. At comedy shows, they rip it. They call it apartheid all the fucking time. It's so stupid. Why can't you just say it's an apartheid? It's ridiculous, man. Anyway, CEB Applejack, thank you. Bonus. Listen, that was a bonus side rip for the community. But let's continue this school board thing. And then let's move on from this because I think we got the inspiration we need.
Get round to earlier on Wack.
Lefty lunacy. Sky News Australia is hilarious.
Academia, James.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us the details. Do you want to give us... This is a good one for you.
This is a great one. Reed is not here. So anyway, look, you may have seen some of the pictures going around the internet of this teacher in the U.S. who is wearing rather large prosthetic mammary glands. So actually, sorry.
Very classy.
A teacher says that they are trans, and has, in doing so, has put on a getup. Which do we have a picture of that we can actually show here? No, we don't. You'll have to use your imagination on this. But now it has made international attention, and school students have joined protesters outside the school because authorities are now caught in this great muddle. There is, however, some fascinating suggestions.
Yo, Applejack, you got to start writing for me, man. You got to start submitting topics. This is fucking banger topics. You always got a banger topic here. This is actually a very good topic too. This is another. It is this left-wing thing where they have this problem with you talking about something. Like, listen, you're gonna do whatever you want with Ukraine, Russia. Why can't you just say, hey, peace talks should be an option? You should be able to say peace talks are an option without being like, oh, you're pro-Russia. The same thing with Israel, man. If you say apartheid, they're like, oh, so you hate Jews. So you want to kill all the Jews. You want to murder every single Jew. That's basically the same. It's like so much like censorship. It's like just everyone should be able to have an opinion. Okay? Like, it's fine. This is, Elon. Elon's a wackadoo too, though. He likes to talk shit. I'll hit up your Instagram receipt with the receipts. Yeah, dude. Man, I got to do more topics, eh? These topics are so good this week.
Questions going around the internet that this may be a great troll by the part of the teacher about the lunacy of some of the trans policies that are out there. So watch this space.
Well, we'll put this picture up in a second, but it is so to give the background, this trans teacher turned up, I think in a he, she, whatever, in a
he, she, whatever. Have respect. Just say she. Goddamn conservative.
Well,
that's
rude. In a shop class wearing
wearing
have a look.
This particular outfit.
There you go.
Keeping the nipples so popping is a weird choice too. Like let's clean that up a little bit. But I guess they're saying no, I should be proud of the nipple too. And there was a free the nipple movement recently, and you have to, and you got to commend just that boldness that this is a real leader in the community. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree the direction that they're leading in or not, this is a leader in the community. What they're doing here, this is a banger publicity stunt. What they're doing is not easy to do. It's scary. It takes guts. And, you know, we can all learn something from this kind of
See,
There we go.
and the kids were not allowed
Boldness.
to comment.
On the fact
So
that this
because it would be
that this
transphobic to comment that
brave, strong, and
Yes.
beautiful butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this
was
teacher who they knew
in their
last
midst.
year as Mr. So-and-so.
And in fact,
and now
the
this year
school
is...
board defended the use of the prosthetics. When there were complaints, the board said, oh, no, we support everyone's right to live as they choose.
That is funny, man. The teacher, this is such a silly story upside down. This is the power of the Leela. It's such a silly game we are in. We are in God's game, and it's silly. And I'm going to play a track called Prophet 7 by Noir A. Blanc V right here on the Drip live stream channel on the Rap. Featuring Sherkor, Bad Bully, Salad, Yasher, CB Applejack, Art Cod, Tony Detienne, you're there. Bray Kessler, Mr. Chess, Jay Gabru. Where's the and Spice Boy. Spice Boy says titties are plump. This is the discourse that is our channel, and that's fine. This is the discourse of life. Okay, people, be proud. Make a comment. Saad al-Sud. Saad al-Sad. Saad al-Sad. Wow, what a great name. Just one retreat after another. Yeah, okay, cool. I like this too, though. But Bad Boy. He is a he, not a she. Oh, no, Bad Boy. It's a she. And you need to learn respect or you're going to get a block. Okay, Bad Boy? Just cool it. With your conservatism here. We don't need that. We don't need that. Saul al-Assad, all adults here are taking it more seriously than the students. Ooh, we got a Zelensky is underrated. Uh-oh, CB Applejack. You wanna hit him back? What do you think? What does CBJ? I know what CB Applejack thinks. Doesn't think that. Any theories on the pipeline thing? Oh, pipeline thing, interesting, eh? I'm not one to believe like you know what loving kindness teaches me to believe? That it was a legitimate mistake. And you know what? It's probably a legitimate mistake that on the Russian side, they were like, hey, don't fix it. Let them suffer a bit. That seems more like what happened. Like they just kind of like left it hanging a bit to be like, these fuckers want to leave, want to join NATO, so maybe I don't want to work on the pipes now. And maybe they've been doing that for a little bit, and now they really were hitting a maintenance. It was like, I think Russians let it into a maintenance that they knew would come. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at on that. But tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think? You think Ukraine did it? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big accusation, pal. And you better cool it. Making accusations like that in our congregation. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You think it's CIA? A Spice Boy? Of course, Spice Boy thinks it's fucking CIA. He's creeping in the goddamn bushes over there. Or FSB. I don't even know FSB. Is that what you're part of, Spice Boy? Bad Boy, you hurt my feelings. Just Bad Boy, you are hurting every trans person's feelings when you make comments like that, sir. So let's just cool it. Thank you very much. Art Cod, Germany tried to do a back channel deal with Russia for winter. CIA blew it up. Interesting. You think they were doing a little backdoor deal? Well, that's just the kind of theories that I like to explore because I am Panama. I was in Panama last week. Oh my God, what a great week. It was incredible, man. So hot. My parents own a condo there. I could do the podcast from over there. What the hell am I doing the podcast from here for? I could be on the... I mean, the ashram is beautiful at this time of year too. The ashram is very beautiful at this time of year. But yeah, no, I was in Panama and I went with my mom and we just went with another buddy. I remember years ago I went with my girlfriend and we never did anything. And this time I went and we just were adventure because we're trying to have sex with people. It's so sad, isn't it? Like they want to go on adventures and we're just like, I'm already having sex. Like it's a weird thing. And then you just feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. You just don't feel like doing anything. You just don't feel like exploring whatever. This time I did so much. It was amazing. And every time we went to the city, my mom's such a psycho, dude. She would call us like 9 times, like I'm in fucking high school. She'd be like, you come home. It's too dangerous. You come home and it's like 8 o'clock. Like it's just dark. And she's like, come back from the city. It's too dangerous. So the last night we went partying, we got pulled over by a cop. Cop's like tight off the top. He's like, hey, over there. Wait over there. You don't have your passport, something like that. And then he wanted my passport. We wanted to stamp from the passport. He wanted to see it. So I was like, but I didn't have it. My mom had it because she's being a psycho. She's like, give me the passport. I'm going to hold it. Because you stupid. You lose it, you idiot. Stupid. So she takes it. She takes it. We were told that you have to keep your passport on you, by the way. We were told that when we got there. But she just took it. So I was like, okay, fine, okay, whatever. She took it. So the cop is like, I need a picture of it. So I called my mom. It's like 11 o'clock. We're leaving the club. Oh, no, it was like 1 a.m. We're leaving the club. I call my mom and she's like, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. You kid, stupid. You don't listen. Now you're going to jail, stupid. Yeah, you do. Like she's just losing on the phone. I'm like, mom, just take a picture of the guy. You just need to take a picture of the photo, and we're good. It's taking like 10 minutes, but we Jedi mind tricked the cop, and while she's doing it, she's like, we're like, madre. Oh, you know, madre, and the cop's like, yeah, I know, my mom can't. Not good technology. Not good with technology. Like the guy's like getting into it, right? He actually liked that. At one point, she was having such a hard time getting the picture that she goes, just put them in jail. Just put them in jail. I swear to God. She goes, just put them in jail. The cop starts laughing. He's like, okay, you guys go. Don't worry. Like he's like, yo, your mom's a psycho. He was like, you're in a prison. He's like, don't worry about it. Just go. Put them in jail. Put them in jail. She never trusted me with my passport when I lived with her. Yeah, I know. Jacob Root. Why do they think like they think they're so goddamn smart? They could lose it too. No, I mean they'll be on top of it. They'll pick a spot. U.S. already killed peace talks way before lands were given up. I love how we talk like Russia just attacked them without cause. Like Ukraine wasn't bombing the Donbass for 8 years killing over 14K. Wow, these are big accusations. Apple Jack. Hey, Jack. Big accusations. McZemzem, what's up? I thought your hat said Ananda. I wish it said Ananda. I should get a hat that says Ananda. That's good. That's good, McZemzem. I like that. Maybe that's our freaking merch or something. I'm sure you can ship your digital ashram over to Panama. Vidit Naik, very good point. Yes, all things are possible. Okay, cool. You know what? I think I've had enough of this big titty ass teacher. You know what I'm saying? I thought there was another good clip from CHCH, but no, that's too much time on that. Let's go on to this Vice documentary. Oh my God. Such a stupid documentary. I am actually offended by it. I'm not offended by much. This is the clip. I'll start with the clip that got my attention on this. Hold up. Hold on. Let me start playing from here.
We're confident.
After this interview, Ashif sent a picture of his penis to our producer.
That's the clip that I wanted to show you. But the whole goddamn documentary is sympathetic to the guy. Here, let me play a little bit more of it.
Have bad intentions, but they don't. A lot of times they've been hurt themselves, or they have trauma, or they've been lost.
My sentence, what it is. Like there's no details, there's no nuance to it. It's just solicitation of a minor. Boom. Like you scroll, there's your mugshot, there's your distinguished.
This whole documentary is about sex offenders, right? And it's sympathetic to the sex offenders because they have to be on a registry. So this whole documentary is like, why do we put their names? Why do we force them to put their names on a registry? And it's the stupidest goddamn documentary since the minute I started it. I can't believe I even watched the whole thing. It's so obnoxious. I mean, it's only 43 minutes. It's so obnoxious. It's 43 minutes, but the last 2 minutes is like an interview, which even looks more stupid because the fact that they're interviewing her and they're taking it seriously makes the whole organization look stupid and the guy look stupid. And then after that, they have a guy saying, please give money to Vice. We need money to do more content like this. This is the most offensive shit. Let's just watch this through to the end.
Features and your fucking address.
My offense, and with people just looking up or just seeing kind of that charge, sometimes it doesn't even say that mine's a misdemeanor. It just says sexual contact, no consent.
What does help look like for your clients?
I'm not just treating the symptom of what they're coming in for, but looking at their whole lives. So looking at their trauma history, looking at their decision making, looking at the different parts of themselves.
Why did you get into this work?
That's the girl who does the documentary. She's such a psycho.
Mental health.
It seems so rampant, prevalent. Like, who?
9 months after being released,
This is it.
Ashif has a new job, working as a dishwasher at a Michelin-starred restaurant.
This is like the end of the documentary where they'd be like, things are looking up. Ashif finally made it on his feet. He's working in a restaurant.
He also found a new apartment at a house run by a nonprofit.
That's a waste of money. This guy, who she's making out like it's such a positive story, this guy is a legit sex offender. He like assaulted a girl. His DNA was caught on her. This is all in the documentary. His DNA was on her. He goes, why did they think you did it? And he's like, oh, they said that she accused me, and then they did a DNA test. And he's like, no, he goes, the DNA test came back negative, and they still put me in jail. So then she goes, gets the papers, the girl running the documentary. She's like, well, the papers say that it was verified by 3 different labs, and it was your DNA. So your semen was on her thigh. They got to test the nut. Because if they get your nut, and guys, remember this: if someone got your nut, they got you. They can track that back to you. So protect your nut. So anyway, while he was doing this, he nutted a little bit. Whatever. They got the DNA, tracked it back to him. She comes back. She's like, "It is your DNA." And then he goes, "Anyone who thinks that's my DNA doesn't know what DNA is." Oh my God, this idiot is a psycho. And then he says he never did it. Then she goes to the girl that he did it to. And she tells the girl, and the girl goes, he said he didn't do it. The girl was like, no, he did it. Like I saw, like it was me, and I saw him do it, and I picked and then I went like, no, it was me. I was there. He did it. And then she starts crying that like he's pretending that he didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like she actually started crying in the interview, and it's like, why are you making this sympathetic thing?
Why did you decide to tell us your story?
A class of people in the system that's story need to be told, and just on a personal level,
Classic. I'm being oppressed. Because the white man has created a system that's going to put him on a registry. Listen, maybe I'm not watching this properly. Like maybe she just made it in a way that's dumb, and she got a bad example, and maybe the sex registry doesn't actually work. Still, I think people who work in compassionate prison reform are looking at this documentary and saying, this idiot just set us back 10 years, 15 years. This documentary, that's how dumb her takes are. But let's just continue.
A lot took place. A lot was taken from you.
How are you living with the label of sex offender?
Make me feel, misunderstood. It doesn't represent who I
That's what the whole documentary is. The whole documentary is summed up right here. That's what he did. He fucking did it. The victim said he fucking did it. The DNA test, multiple labs says he goddamn did it. And then he's just like, no, I didn't do it. And I'm being oppressed. And the system is oppressing me. And I have no place to go. And what can I do? And where am I to go? And I have to be the voice for the community. I have to be the voice for the people. That's basically what this is. And her dumb face, she's like,
tell us your story.
That is
sorry.
A class of people in the system that's story need to be told, and just on a personal level, a lot took place. A lot was taken from you.
How are you living with the label of sex offender?
Make me feel,
the label. He is. So maybe warn people before the guy comes around your house again. What the fuck, lady? What is this documentary about? He is. He goes, what do you say about people that said you sexually assaulted someone? That woman is in the movie, and she said he did it, and the DNA test said he did it. He's the only idiot who says he doesn't do it, but everything else says he did it. All the proof leads to he did it. And then she goes, what do you feel about that label? Sex offender. You know that label that people just made up that you're a sex offender. Are you crazy?
Misunderstood. It doesn't
That's the money face shot. Are you okay? You're sad. Is a sex offender sad today? Oh, sex offender. I'm so sad that sex offender sad. That's what the fuck. Oh, look at her dumb face. Why is she making this face? He's a legit sex offender. You talk to the girl and everything. I don't understand this documentary.
Represent who I am, but it don't change who I am. I'm not speaking on behalf of sex offenders.
She's so proud of him. She's like, yeah, speak for them. Stand up for them. Tell the whole community that, that's enough. We've had enough. And we're going to stand up and we're going to demand our rights. And we deserve something. We're people too. What the fuck is she doing?
And so I'm only speaking how it affected me.
Do you think that
Foolish. Sinner. That's a sin, and I called you. Got you. Sinner. Got you. Got you, sinner. And you're thick as thieves. This idiot. What is she doing?
treatment or counseling plays any role?
In what?
Like helping people not reoffend, helping people get their lives back on track?
I believe counseling help people overcome whatever they're going through.
Have you found it easy to access counseling?
No, I'm actually on the wait list for counseling.
You're on the wait
process.
You're on the wait list for counseling.
Yeah.
How do you balance trying to start a new life and start fresh with the resentment that I imagine you feel for everything that's happened?
What are these questions? What are you saying to him? Why are you coddling him? Foolish. Foolish. I'm saying this is absolutely foolish. Don't coddle him. He did a bad thing. He's not admitting that he even did it. He should be in jail still, at least on a registry, so that if he goes to a place, they can know that this guy did this and he wants to do it again. He could do it again. He's a goddamn psycho. The people need to know. I never thought I'd be on this side of it. And that's why I think anyone who's working in compassionate prison reform looks at this documentary and say, this idiot just set us back 20 years. That's how stupid this documentary is. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I ain't got time for the resentment. Like life got to include every element, every different
What is she agreeing? I don't need time for the resentment.
scenario. And I accept mine.
Are you hopeful for your future?
Oh, God. Her stupid face on every shot. Like it's this beautiful story. Like, are you hopeful for the future? Do you think the future's bright? It's like a sketch character. Are you hopeful? Do you think the future is going to be no assaulting people, probably? Or do you think that do you think you'll do it again? Do you feel like you want to do it again? And then maybe you'll go through the oppression all over again. What do you think? Does it look bright?
Sure.
I'm definitely hopeful.
What
I
an
like
idiot.
With the resentment that I imagine you feel for everything that's happened.
I ain't got time for the resentment. Like life got to include every element, every different scenario. And I accept mine.
Are you hopeful for your future?
I'm definitely hopeful.
It's so disgusting. The whole documentary is like this. It's so cringy. Like you can watch this almost like The Room or something. It's so stupid. You can watch it with someone who has a sense of humor, and it'll be like watching cringe watching. You know what I mean? Like watching The Room or watching like a really bad movie. Every dumb shot of her, she's like, so what the government is doing to the sex offenders is making them put their name on a registry where if they're likely to commit the crime again, to let those people know, to be warned about that they might do it again. Like that's how all her monologues are like that. And then she even does this thing where she brings up the data. She's like trying to catch them on the data. She did, you know what it is? This documentary, it's half of it's this kind of garbage. And then half of it is like bringing up data, but it doesn't even support your point. But then she still just talks about it like it supports her point. Like, for example, at one point she put up the data of like, only 4% of sex offenders on a registry are recommitting their crimes. And yet 44% of people who commit the crimes are new offenders. Doesn't that mean that the registry is not working? And it's like, no, the registry is working because only 4% of them are repeat offending versus 34% of the other population. But she says that, and then she flips it and she goes, doesn't that mean that it's not even working? So the registry is not even working. Like only 4% of them are going to do it. So why have a registry? It's like, no, they're only 4% do it because there's a registry. But she just says it however she wants. And then even when she brings up the other girl who's like, yeah, he did it, she still, at the end of that interview, just goes, still, I believe in his compassion. And I think that he needs, still, I don't think that a registry is the right move. Like something like that. Like they do include the part where he did assault the girl. 100% did it. The girl says he did it. DNA tested he did it. And after interviewing the girl who said he did it, she just goes, I still believe in his right to not be on a registry. I still believe in his right.
Like the position I'm in, I ain't finna let
it's a conservative
stuff
nightmare.
Stop me. Not even this, or DNA, or
it's just like she's just roused him into a motivational speech. Like nothing's gonna stop me. No, they can't put me in jail. DNA test, put my name on a registry. Still, I will do it. That's basically what this stupid speech is.
person's opinion. Like we all out here in this world, and we all got to make it happen. And ain't nothing stopping me. So like, I'm very hopeful and confident.
After this interview, Ashif sent a picture of his penis to our producer.
And this is why I think like this really is a mental health issue, because if he was in his faculties, he would not send a dick pic. He would send a text saying, hey, you want to hang out? And guaranteed these girls would have fucked him. Guaranteed. Look at this stupid interview. The dick pic even, they put it up. They're obviously not pressing charges. It's illegal to send a dick pic where he is. His lawyer had to message them back and be like, oh, he sent a dick pic by mistake. Okay.
He later said through his lawyer that he sent it by mistake. Cyber flashing is illegal in Chicago by city ordinance. Being on parole and having a sex offense on your record means that you have to follow a lot of rules.
Aww.
Is this what you thought freedom would feel like?
I'm not free. I'm still in a system. And they control my life. They control where I can go, where I can't go.
Because
when
you
I can leave, when I can't
because you
leave.
sexually assaulted someone. Because so the system is like you sexually assaulted someone. So they gotta just check on you. You idiot.
So
and then you lied about it. You didn't even admit it. So they're gonna track you, right? That's what she goddamn should be saying. What the hell is this? And that's the loving kindness approach. The loving approach is not this meaningless. She's so dumb. I think, you know what it is that she just seems like fake and just wants to make a documentary and doesn't know like maybe they just told her like, make a sympathetic documentary towards the sex offender registry. And then she just didn't know what information, like she obviously got the wrong guy like this, or she needs to make the point better. Like what point is she trying to make that even though he did that, there's still no point of having him on a registry? Like, I guess the point she's trying to make, which I do agree with, this part of it I do agree with. If someone did something wrong, you have to rehabilitate them, not punish them. The punishment we think is working as a deterrent, but according to the loving kindness teachings, it's an illusion. It's not really working as a deterrent. Well, it's doing some percentage of it, less, I think. The bigger deterrent is positive rehabilitation. That's what it is. That's the real thing to do. Now, people, whenever you talk about that, though, they jump to this conclusion. Let me turn on some beautiful music. This is Quandrine Cream by Noir A. Blanc V right here on the Drip, live on YouTube, live streaming on YouTube, StreamYard. But basically, yeah, like the compassionate way to deal with a prisoner is not like people think that like if you're compassionate towards prisoners, you're just like, oh, loving kindness. Oh, just open the jail and let all the killers out. Loving kindness. What are you, stupid? That's basically the attitude. Loving kindness, just open the prison doors, let them all out. They murder everyone. Loving kindness. No, loving kindness. That's your loving kindness. That's what people think. They think that's what it is. No, in loving kindness, I don't even think they're necessarily against the death penalty even. If someone's like such a violent criminal, they're so violent and crazy, and they admit that they did it, and they're like, I'm going to make your life a living hell, and my life is a living hell, just fucking kill me. Kill him then. And I'm saying this as a compassion coach, as a loving kindness coach, as a Buddhist teacher, thinking about becoming a chaplain so I can do weddings and shit. Because that would be fucking lit. Right? That would be. I know. As soon as I say it to people, they're like, yeah, dude, that would be sick. Do my wedding. Because it's amazing. It would be good to charge. Listen, the Hindu gurus in the game, they suck, dude. They suck. They just go, they're like, shanti. Like, nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. I could chaplain the shit out of a thing. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here is that compassionate prisoning is not this shit. Okay, compassionate jail is more like you rehabilitate as much as you can, but it doesn't mean like if they're psychos, you just let them out on the street. You put them away, but the putting them away and even the way that you let them out is not based on hurting them. It's based on rehabilitating them. Now, this psycho, he's not someone who should even be out on the street. Like, I don't think the compassionate thing to do would be to give him more freedom because he'll do it again and he's going to feel like shit again. Because even he's fucked up from it, obviously. He's like denying that he did it, which is crazy. Not that I'm saying it's so, like, I'm not taking his side at all. I'm saying, like, keep him in jail because he's going to do something stupid. Like, for him, I do agree, actually, on some level that it is like a mental illness. But it's like the kind of mental illness that if you don't keep him in jail, he's going to keep doing it. It's like this is a mental illness or an addiction the way, like, an alcoholic, if they're like, I'm going to die from drinking alcohol, like, the compassionate thing to do would be to, like, not let him have any. It wouldn't be to, like, oh, okay, fine, just have another one. Okay, just drink and die now. That's not compassion. It would be to keep it away. So this guy, the compassionate thing to do would be to just keep him in goddamn jail. Why would they let him out? It's stupid.
Rules and this and that. Like, I didn't associate freedom with getting out. I associate getting out with getting out. I mean, physically, I'm not like
her
incarcerated.
dumb
no more,
face.
like,
Why
I'm
is she doing
still
this?
out here being controlled. I ain't, no freedom at all.
Wow, what a good final shot. It has nothing to do with anything, but it's beautiful. Dead time.
Thanks, Alice, and to your whole team for this report. I think it raises a lot of questions, clearly spotlights an injustice, but I wanted to ask you about what it was like to find out that Ashif had sent that picture to one of your producers.
I mean, I was shocked. I was angry.
Were you? He sexually assaulted that girl and lied about it. Why did you think he had a good character? You idiot. This is the stupidest documentary. Why are they pretending like this guy's not a psycho? He assaulted that girl and he fucking lied about it.
If this was something that happened from a stranger, you would just block the person and never talk to them again. But we're journalists and we were working with Ashif on this. So we reached out to him.
Dude,
we got.
She's like, I would have fucked him if he wasn't such a creep. Like, I was expecting him to ask me on a date. And I was ready to fuck that guy. Like, I was down to bang him. Why not? You know? That's probably what she's thinking. And she's like, then he sent a dick pic and I was like, ugh, creep. Probably dangerous.
Comment. We reached out to his lawyer. He says he sent it by mistake. Which
he says he sent it by mistake.
I think it's up for the viewers to decide whether they believe that or not.
Was it hard to decide whether to use that information or not in the piece?
Yeah, we went back and forth a lot about it because on the one hand, you could argue that it's not relevant to the story of the injustice that Ashif faced at the hands of the state, all of the years of dead time that he served.
So dead time they keep talking about. Basically what they're talking about with the dead time in this documentary. This is actually an interesting point that she's bringing up and it might be overall. She might have a point about it. It's hard to tell. I don't think she presented the data that well, but like the dead time thing is interesting because it's like basically if you're a sex offender and you're done your time, if you don't have a safe place to go, not safe for you, but safe for the community, which is safe for you too, because if you do it again, you will suffer. Like it's not good to hurt people, even for yourself. Like it's not, he should be in jail. But he is basically out. Like he basically didn't have a safe place to go, so the prison just kept him in, and that extra time they keep you in is called dead time. And these guys are saying like this is unacceptable, and we have to fight to free the dead time. But to me, that just seems like a standard bureaucratic thing that just happens. You know what I mean? Like that's just that dead time thing. Like life is complex, and not everything's perfect, and not everything's so easy and straightforward. And for them to have this hard line, like he deserves freedom. Is he free or not? If this is the day that he's free, then you have to let him go. It's like, no, he's a violent sex offender. So, and we need to put him in a place where there's someone watching him so they can see whether he does it again or not. Like, that's fair, man. It's just a mistake of the system or whatever, or his family or whatever it is. But like, why is this the hill that you're fucking dying on? It's such a dumb documentary.
That's really what our story was about. And his lawyers would argue that, the fact of the dick pic isn't relevant. But we wanted to basically give the full story to our viewers in a piece that's also about what it means to reintegrate successfully and unsuccessfully as someone who's on the sex offense registry. This seemed like, an important fact to note about Ashif, who is a complex person, and this is part of his complexity.
Wow. That is powerful forgiveness.
Our reporters are on the ground.
That's too much forgiveness, though. Like, he should be in fucking jail. She should have called the police and been like, why did you let this guy out? Like, there should be a little bit of that commentary in here, too. Or like dead zone. No, just keep him in. He can't control himself. If he sent a dick pic to them, think about what he's doing to people that are physically close to him. He clearly has maybe some mental health issues. So whatever it is, like, I have compassion for him. I have loving kindness for him. Put him in jail. That's the loving thing to do. Keep him away from the people that he's going to hurt again. Anyway, that's enough of that. That is incorrect compassion. And enough of it. Stop it. And I get to say that because I am a certified loving kindness coach, people. And I will show you the Eventbrite page. Here we go. Here we go. We have a beautiful poster and a beautiful meditation every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We go on a mission of love, people. We go on a mission of love. That's what we do. Wrong screen I showed you, didn't I? I showed you the wrong screen, didn't I? That's the screen. Loving Kindness Meditation, a psychedelic journey to infinity and back. Make sure you come check it out. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It is a mission of love. Like, we go in and every week it's getting tighter. Like, now this week's class, we're going to have these like suits that allow you to be like a god in space. And so it's going to be flying around like a god in space. And so as a god in space, I take you on an adventure, but it's an adventure of loving kindness and loving yourself and healing yourself. And non-dual unity with the Most High Universal Source energy so that you can come back in life. And just like that teacher in Oakville, you can expect the most out of your life. That's what we're going to do at Loving Kindness Meditation. Check it out. Should be a link somewhere in there. I did want to talk about one more thing. And one more thing I talk about. And then we're going to call it a night. Thanks, everyone, for coming. What's news station? Is this like another channel? I guess we should have just let the South run all over us instead of cleansing the Confederate. Jesus. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but it's wild. It's wild, people. We are in Caliuga, people. And this is an interesting story that I found. Continuing on with the other story that we had about Jordan Peterson, I wanted to play this real quick. I think it's a very interesting story. And share the screen and share it. And Chrome tab. And Megan Kelly says
2019, men accounted for 80% of all suicide deaths in America. 80%. And the studies also show that a majority of American men who die by suicide have no known history of mental health problems because they don't talk about them. It's not that they don't have any mental health problems. They don't talk about them. And when they do try to talk about them, and like
this is weird.
Peterson, listen to Jordan Peterson, subscribe.
This is weird. This is a lot because it's like, listen, I already know what the response is going to be from the leftists. Let's do. Olivia Wilde versus JP. The saga continues. There we go. This is Olivia Wilde versus JP. Now Megyn Kelly has become involved in the fighting. And further the culture is divided. It's a culture war, people. It's a culture war. And this is a big part of the culture war. They think that it's this incels versus feminists. They think feminism is making men into incels. This is weird because I'll tell you already what the leftists are going to say on this. I can already tell you what they're going to say. Let me repeat the line and I'll tell you what they're going to say.
They don't talk about them because they don't talk about American men who die by suicide. Also show that a majority of American men who die by suicide have no known history of mental health problems because they don't talk about them.
See, I already know what these leftists are going to say. They're going to say, the white man is so oppressive, he kills himself. The white man, after oppressing all the people of color and all the women and the whole LGBTQ community, still he is not satisfied. Still, he will still go home and oppress himself. So let him die then. That's what the lefties are going to say. That's what they're going to say. I'm not saying, I don't know. It's an interesting way to put it. It's like it's weird. Here's what I will say. You can't look at the girls and be like, they're committing suicide because you won't have sex with them. Have sex with them. You can't do that. And that's a little bit of the underlying thing here, is that there's this weird notion that feminism is brainwashing women to not want to have sex with the men. But let's take some personal responsibility and say, hey, if you want to have sex, you got to keep your game tight. And that's it. You got to keep it sexy. Figure it out. There's a lot of systems. Getting sexy can be a lot of fun too. But I remember years ago, I tried to pull one of these moves on a girl where I was like, I went on 2 dates with you and he only went on 1 date and he had sex with you. Now you have to have sex with me. I went on 2 dates and he only went on 1 date and had sex. I went on 2 dates and still we have not had sex. No, you have to have sex with me. And the girl was like, she really explained it to me. She was like, that's not how it works. And no, I'm never going to do it now. And you're being an idiot. Because you can't make these mathematical calculations of, you can't make these, it's petty insinuations that you don't want to have sex with them and they're becoming incels and now they want to kill themselves. And there's an epidemic going on because you people are ruining society. You can't do that. And that's basically what Jordan Peterson, I feel like, is doing. Because instead of taking it as a compliment that he's the incel king, he's taking it as like, and so what? The men are suffering. And they laugh. And they laugh. Well, yeah. If you're gonna be like, you didn't have sex with them and now they're incels and now they're gonna commit suicide. That's silly. Come on, you're not allowed to.
It's not that they don't have any mental health problems. They don't talk about them.
So talk about them. You should talk about them. Put them in the comment section. Listen, if you want to join this congregation right here, this congregation, you can talk about all your mental health problems. And if you come to loving kindness meditation, maybe I can help you through some of them. I'm not a certified doctor. I'm just a Harvard certified loving kindness coach. And if you're feeling like this, don't kill, you don't have to kill yourself. Just figure it out. Someone will have sex with you. Someone will have sex with you. There's no need for a suicide on this. And it's a lot, but let's continue it.
And when they do try to talk about them and like Jordan Peterson, listen to Jordan Peterson, subscribe to Jordan Peterson, or anybody else speaking out about these issues, they get attacked. They get featured in an Olivia Wilde movie as some sort of demon. So screw her. As somebody who was at the inception of the Me Too movement, I think I can say
she was, and she does deserve our respect for that. She did fight back against Roger Stone. That's very interesting that she brought that up. I like that.
What those of us who were there at the beginning, and by the way, Olivia Wilde, you were not one of them. Okay, you were not there.
Whoa!
It was about just stopping men from making sexual favors at the office a condition of advancement. Everyone agrees with that. Men agree with that. Women agree with that. It was never meant to bastardize men writ large. That's what people like her are
Preach it, sister. Preaching for the boys.
doing. And it's having a serious negative effect.
I don't know about all that. I don't know if it's having a negative effect. It's okay. It's not that bad. If you're not a little crybaby. You know, it's crazy. Everyone's coddling. Everyone's coddling here. These guys are coddling these guys. If you can't get laid, come on, man. Just get on. There's so much dating tips on YouTube. Just get the dating tips. Find like a guy who does maybe a specialty in something that you like. Maybe like if you want to do a specialty in Tinder, you can learn about Tinder game on the internet. There's so much. No, I don't know about that one. Let's go. This is Midnight by Noir A. Blanc V, because it is past midnight and we got to go to sleep, people. It's time to go to sleep. But one thing that you should also do is put in your calendar Loving Kindness meditation this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Get your tickets at Eventbrite and join the meditation. They're actually honor system tickets. So if you message me your email address, I'll put you on the mailing list. And if you're on the mailing list, you get the link. For a limited time, you get the link on the email list. But we got to build that email list. So if you give me your email address on Instagram at Fade to Brown, I know it's complex, but listen, this is a digital ashram. This is a very specialized advanced class. It's a very because the powerful level of the techniques, and CEV Applejack has been to the class. He's experienced the technique. It's the most powerful technique. It's a very powerful technique. And so make sure you get the tickets, 7 p.m. Eastern time, every Thursday online. And then I should be doing it in the metaverse too soon. So I got to figure that out this week because that's going to be on Sunday. I might be doing it in the metaverse. Yeah. Meditation in the metaverse. But my meditation is like a metaverse because this whole world is like a metaverse. This whole world is one metaverse. And then in my meditation, we go into the journeys into the mind, into the heart. We go in, we get the healing. It is like a big journey, though. It's a very powerful journey we go on of healing and like forgiving yourself as a child. Anyway, what are we talking about here? Arka says Amish is a genius. Just ignore the spicy topics. We're doing spice all day, baby. Arka. Who's not touching the spice? I'm hot like a tamale spicy. Oh, you know what we haven't done yet is the Alex Stein 99 because he did rip the new guy. Yeah, we got to do Alex Stein 99. No one trusts Russia. Applejack, listen. I would suggest people trying love and kindness meditation. It's great. Yeah. Applejack, listen, you can forgive Ukraine too, okay? I know you've forgiven Putin, but forgive Ukraine too. They're all warmongering back and forth all these years. It's not, nobody's innocent. The Americans too, they're out of control. Putin's out of control, but they're out of control. Everyone wants to fight. So if I'm not telling lies, then how is it not a fact? Okay, that's how you know you're deep in argument. And let's not get caught up in the negativities. Let's end the congregation. Let's end this service on a positive note here and say we are loved because we are loved. Baba G loves you. I want to see you loving kindness. But even if you're not there, just have love in your life. And I hope these topics raise your vibration because that's what we're here to do is raise the vibration, people. We got to take it all back upstairs. Back up to God. That's all we're doing. We're holding our hands going upstairs back to God. And that's what I hope I did with y'all today. And Mr. Chess says, God bless Zelensky. Just cool it. Okay, Chess? McZemzem. Amish like the Salt Bay with the whole spice rack. Thanks, baby. Love you. That's beautiful. I do not forgive Putin. He has done bad things. CB object. Yes. Okay, good. News station. Well, we'll see if we can do a forgiveness on that. Do you believe in the Jubilee year? No, I don't believe in astrological stuff like that. But I know a lot of people do, and it gives them a lot of joyfulness. So that's fine. I hope Russia collapses. Honestly, that would be very convenient for everyone because it seems like they're pushing into World War III, and I don't like that about him. But about everyone, I feel like everyone's trying to go right to World War III on this shit, dude. And that's too much. And they're talking about nuclear weapons, and that's too much. But let's hope it doesn't get to that. Let's hope that they realize. And that's why you got to come to loving kindness. Because in loving kindness, we will shoot a ray of love towards Ukraine, Russia. And if we can grow a big enough Sangha and shoot a love energy beam into it hard enough, we might be able to end the war at Loving Kindness this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. But only if everyone does their part. So make sure you sign up for it. Listen, we might end it. You never know. You never know. Sign up for it. There's an Eventbrite link below, or you can go to the Patreon, probably Patreon link somewhere too. But I think in the comment section. But also, if you DM me your email address, I'll add you to the mailing list. God is great. We will allow access because it's honor system tickets. But and the reason why I'm doing that is because once you go through the service, you're going to know that God is great. And you're going to be like, take $100. Take $100. That's the kind of people we have in the congregation so far. They're very excited. So make sure you take a part in that as well. Alex Stein 99, we're going to do next time. Love you all. You are loved, and God is love, and love is love. God is great, and that's it. So make sure you have a good night. News station, I'm still coming with that energy. Come with that energy, you pervert. Go get it. Applejack says, salute congregation. Join love and kindness meditation. Yes, thank you. Make Zem. You are loved, gang. See you at meditation. Make Zem's coming? Yeah, you did come to meditation a couple times. Spice Boy. I hope India becomes the second biggest superpower in the world soon. I think that's where it's going with them. With India, I think they're going to be second biggest world superpower in the world. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Love you. Peace.